Hello, what up? It me, your fave internet fake ginger. So we're just like not gonna talk about my hair, we're not gonna mention it. It was what you might call an impulse decision. But I'm living the ginger lifestyle now, and I can say with confidence that it is a good lifestyle. For some reason, I've been getting a lot of comments on this really old video of mine. I think I made it like 2 years ago, maybe? It's been a hot second. The title of that video was I don't like my nose and that's okay, which if you haven't seen, I will link in the description. Look at me being a YouTuber. Oh, cool. The basis of that video was my nose has always been a massive insecurity of mine, and I kind of used that to tie in ideas about beauty standards and perception in terms of like individual perception, and also just sort of general perception of what we as humans think is beautiful. I'm not quite sure why all of a sudden that video has sort of resurfaced on the interwebs and people are like finding it and commenting on it again. But it made me think that maybe it is because it's still a prevalent issue and that there's still a lot of people that are interested in talking about things like insecurities and beauty perception and all that fun jazz. And I also realized that there have kind of been some significant updates in terms of me and my life and my relationship with my nose. Basically, I got some tea. I got some tea on the nose situation. Scrap that. I wrote that in the script thinking it would be funny and it's not. So here we are, 2 years and a very horrible dye job later, and my nose and I are back to chat with you today. Hooray! Getting right to the chase, basically, I recently had a consultation with a doctor about getting a nose job. And before you go, oh my god, I've been getting a nose job, just let me explain, okay? I have super bad allergies, and I recently went to the doctor because I wanted to see if I have really screwed up sinuses or I just like live near a lot of flowers, both of which are kind of true, actually. But I found out that I have what is called a deviated septum. Ooh, big words. How cool. Did I mention I'm gonna be 18 in July? What that means is that center part of your nose, that part that like cuts it down the middle, you know, that like hipsters get pierced and all that. Mine is curved, deviated, and it is curved to the left. So it basically means that my left nasal cavern is a lot smaller than my right one. Because it's curved, it makes it harder to breathe, and it makes it harder when like you get your nose stuffed up, it all just kind of like sticks in the left side. Yum, I know. I was told by this doctor that there is a fairly simple surgical procedure where they go up all in your nose and make my septum straighter than I'll ever be. Casually, because I am a nerd and like to make jokes, I pulled out my old while you're like all up in my nose and such, you want to like give me a nose job while you're at it? Jokes, doctors, great. And to my surprise, the doctor was like, oh yeah, totally, if like you're interested in that, like we could totally make that happen. And I'm like, wait, say what now? Apparently, while they are all up in my nose straightening out my septum, they are just like dealing in your nose. So they're like, yeah, we can just do the nose breaking. If you didn't know, that's how they do nose jobs. They like smash your nose in half. And they could take out the little bumpy thing that I don't like on my nose and then just stitch it all back up and boom. Afterwards, I would have a normal nasal cavity on this side instead of a deviated one, and also a nose that is more like, the word for that would be slopey. It would be more like a slope rather than like a mountain. This is not, I don't know what I'm doing. Stop, Ava. After the talky part of the consultation, they took me into a room with very nice cameras, took a ton of pictures of my profile on both sides of my face, and sent me an email with sort of a theoretical before and after. So basically what my face looks like now, what my nose looks like now, next to a picture of what it would look like if I ended up getting the surgery and having them do the extra cosmetic part. And to be honest, it kind of screwed me up a little, just a little. I had a big ol' cry. Yay, emotions. I've always kind of wondered like what I would look like with a more normal nose. So I think seeing it just sort of so realistically depicted, my brain was just like, what? It just sort of threw me for a mental loop and made me wish that my nose were different, which I hadn't wished for in a while. I'd actually kind of, I had made peace. Me and my nose were on good playing field, and now we kind of are on less of one. So going off on a tangent for a second, here's a fun fact about me. I am not afraid of death. I know that a lot of people are scared of death, and I know that it is a very legitimate thing to be scared about, fear of the unknown and all that jazz. But honestly, I'm like, skydiving sounds great. Throw me off a plane. Just catapult me to my doom. It's fine. However, what I am very afraid of is pain, and specifically being in like intense pain for long periods of time in which there is nothing I can do about it. So as I'm reading through this like post-consultation email about how intense the surgery would be and how it's gonna be like 6 months to a year of recovery and my face is gonna be all like deformed and like swollen. I was just no, like no. Just no. My enthusiasm towards the idea deflated very quickly after that. At this point, my options were the like septum operation alone, which has a not very long recovery time, or I could suck it up, get my whole nose redone at once and deal with 6 months to a year of having a nose that I literally can't feel because it is just severed beyond recognition. Sorry, that sounds really bad. Or my third option, which is just don't do anything to it, and that's kind of, you know, where I am right now. Not only because the pain factor seems terrifying, but like, your girl's got stuff to do. I'm about to graduate in a month. I'm gonna go on a gap year. I'm about to do some traveling. Also, I recently went to New York City for a few days. Spent a lot of time while I was there, as one does in a city, being constantly surrounded by just a lot of different people. New York is a big place. There's thousands of people, thousands of different, diverse people. Beauty standards are different all over the world, so something that I talked about a little in the last video, and I will reiterate now, is the fact that just because you don't necessarily fit the beauty standard of like where you live and where you're from, it is in no way a reflection of your beauty. It's just people are weird and humans are weird, and so many small places around the world have their own views on this is beauty here, this is beauty here. So you may not fit the beauty here, but then suddenly you go over there and it's like, boom, you're beautiful, and you're beautiful always. Like, you see that globe over there? Yeah, all of you. You're all gorgeous. I have never fit the standard of beauty of where I'm from. Just ever. I saw so many people that kind of looked like me, you know? They weren't weird for sticking out, and they didn't really stick out. They were just people, and their differences made them unique, not outsiders. So talked about this in the other video, but the idea that a lot of times pressure to change how you look comes from other people, and I don't ever want to give other people that power over me. Like, I am my own human. I can make decisions, and I can decide if I like things about how I look and who I am. I don't need other people to tell me I need to like or not like certain aspects. I also reread the comments on that other video because I wanted to remind myself what I had talked about a little bit. Seeing people say that they could relate to this and that they were glad somebody was talking about this, that's the reason I started doing YouTube, you know? And I guess I don't want to betray that, you know? Here I am just talking about giving other people power. I just realized that kind of goes against that. I don't want to be one of those people that goes on and on about, you know, loving who you are and like respecting your differences and then come on here and be like, ah, psych, I got a nose job to please society. How cool am I? I think that the world needs more people to speak about how it is okay to have things that you are insecure about, but that doesn't mean that you can kind of make peace with them, and it doesn't mean that you have to change them just because you don't like them, and everybody has differences. We need to normalize people being okay with being different and unique because it is a cool thing. It doesn't have to be a bad thing like society might tell you it does. I'm not at all sure if this video was as well done or thought through or helpful to you guys as the other one might have been. And I know it's super corny, but if this could help one person, then honestly that's all I could want. I am very happy if one human is like, oh, she has a nose kind of like mine. That's cool. Maybe I don't have to get plastic surgery, because you don't. You're perfect. I love you. So if you guys would like to leave a comment about maybe like an insecurity you have and how you're trying to like make peace with it, that would be cool. I love reading comments from you guys because I am very lucky to have an audience of very intelligent, insightful human beings. And who knows, like maybe your comment could help somebody else, and how cool is that? I've said it before and I will say it again, the world is absolutely insane. If you ever need somebody who is just gonna listen and who you can vent to, my DMs are always open on Twitter and Instagram and all that other social media jazz. So my links are below. Hit me up if you feel like it. Just know I love you. I'm here for you. Hopefully you are having a lovely day or night or existence in general. Hopefully that last one especially. And I guess I'll be seeing you around. I think I'll be seeing you around. I think I'm kind of back. I like it here on your screen. Hello. Please turn up your brightness. Or not. Maybe turn it down. I don't know what I'm talking about. I apologize. I love you very much, and I will be seeing you nerds next time. Mwah! Bye!